Today's video, we're going to be talking about different heights of wall cabinets. So there's a lot of work that went into this video. I hope you enjoy it. If you don't like it, then you are a horrible person. Kitchen cabinet heights. Generally, the most common kitchen wall cabinet height is going to be 30 inches for the wall cabinets. That's what you're going to see in most homes. Now, most homes will have 8-foot walls or 96 inches. However, some homes will have 108-inch walls, which are 9 feet, or 10-foot walls. You can still see some 30-inch wall cabinets in there, but it's more rare. Now, your base cabinets, we're going to switch to the base cabinets real quick. The base cabinets, 34.5 inches tall before the countertop goes on. So those are fairly standard. There are some rare instances where you have some taller base cabinets, but we'll cover those in a later video. But back to the wall cabinets. So 30-inch tall wall cabinets is the most common size. All wall cabinets are going to start at 54 inches above the finished floor. That will give you 18 inches from your countertop to your the bottom of your wall cabinet. However, you never want to go below 51 inches above the finished floor because that's only going to give you 15 inches of space. You won't be able to fit your blenders or coffee pots or anything like that in there. So with heights, 30 inches is the most common size that you're going to see. That will come with a floor and then plus usually 2 adjustable shelves. Some of the more economic lower end kitchen cabinets will only come with 1 shelf, 1 adjustable shelf in there. But most of them will come with 2. And you want to try to find shelves that are 3/4 of an inch thick instead of 1/2 inch thick. If you go with 1/2 inch thick shelves, then they'll tend to smiley face on you. So that's not really too good. So from 30 inches, you have some options there. You can put a crown molding on top, or you can just leave it with no crown molding. That's going to give you 1 foot from the top of the wall cabinet. From the top of your wall cabinet to the ceiling. If you can't do crowns, some homes actually have the soffits that come out. And sometimes they're called bulkheads, but what those are those big drywall boxes that come out of the ceiling. And usually the cabinets run up to those. But often people tear those out. And you can do that as long as you don't have any plumbing or HVAC, air ducts, plumbing or electrical in there. So the next height from 30 going in 3-inch increments would be 33 tall. So if you go 33 tall, then your cabinets are going to finish out at 87 inches above the finished floor. If you go with 36 tall, then your cabinets are going to start to finish out at 90 inches above the finished floor. If you wanted to run crown molding to the ceiling, you can do that on an 8-foot wall with 36-inch tall cabinets or 39-inch cabinets. They have what's called a riser that the crown molding will actually sit and ride on. So the riser is usually 3 inches tall, used with 39-inch tall cabinets. And then a 6-inch riser is usually used with 36-inch tall cabinets. However, if you have a really small kitchen, you don't want to put a 6-inch riser on top of your cabinets in a small kitchen because it can sometimes it can make it look really dwarfed down to where it's not going to look, it really won't look right. Like if it was a 10-foot galley kitchen and you did a 6-inch riser with this big, huge crown molding, it's not going to look as attractive as it would with a 3-inch riser with a 2-inch high crown molding. When it comes to your ceiling heights, everything's going to look great on paper. So 96 inches tall is usually the default. However, in real life, remember that things change. Sometimes in older homes, floors get built up. So you might have 95 inches on one side of your kitchen. You might have 94 inches from floor to ceiling on the other side of your kitchen. Things shift and things move. And you want to be careful because if you were to go with a tall cabinet, let's say if you had 96-inch ceilings and then you said, oh, I'm going to get a 96-inch tall pantry cabinet and I'm going to put that right up to the ceiling. Well, if you only have 94 inches, then you're kind of stuck. Luckily, those taller cabinets come with loose toe kicks, so you could trim the toe kicks down or cut them down if you had to get that cabinet to fit. If you go with the standard wall cabinet that's 30 inches, 33, 36, or 39, and let's say your ceiling heights are differing, you can usually set those wall cabinets straight across at their lowest point, and then you can run your riser from your crown on that, and then your crown molding rides on the riser. So that's one way around it. Another thing you can do too, and this only works if you have enough length in the cabinet run, is you can do staggered cabinets. Like you can do 30 inches tall and then 36, and then 30 tall and then 36 to give you that staggered height look. But you really need probably at least 10 to 12 feet to get a good look if you wanted to do the entire run. So if you look at the 39-inch tall cabinet here, you can see that I put crown molding on top of that, and you can see how it touches the ceiling. And usually 3 inches, if you go with a 39-inch cabinet, usually 3 inches is left from the top of that cabinet to the ceiling. And then again, your riser is usually going to be 3 inches tall, and then you can put a 2-inch crown molding on top of that. And even if your ceiling is uneven a little bit, you have 1 inch of wiggle room to where your crown molding is actually going to taper down and ride on the ceiling. And all the way over to the right, you can see we have the 42-inch tall cabinet. Now that butts right up to the ceiling. But even with that, you want to drop those down a little bit, about a 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch, because most cabinets that are made and sold are full overlay cabinets. That means that the door is going to be about 1/4 of an inch away from the top of that face frame. And you can imagine if you have some recessed lighting in your ceiling and you go to butt those cabinets all the way up to the wall, and then you go to open up your cabinet door, you don't want it to hit your recessed lighting or any other type of fixtures or anything like that. So it's always a good idea to give yourself a little bit of wiggle room. And as far as cabinet heights, that pretty much covers it. That was just a loose covering of it, but you can go with pretty much any height you want to go with when it comes to cabinets. Just remember this, and everything's going to fit together like a big giant puzzle, Legos, Tetris, whatever you want to call it. And everything's got to fit perfect and look good. So I hope that helps answer some of your questions. And feel free to donate. You can donate to PayPal, askkinraz@gmail.com. And if that helps, no need to. And then don't forget to click like and subscribe if this helps you out. It just helps out the channel grow and to help more people. So we will see you in the next video.